Sophia, Peter, lovely to meet you. Thanks very much for your time today. Really nice to talk to you. And congratulations on the film and indeed on your performances. Because, of course, you're both Paul Bettany's companions on that road trip and indeed in other ways throughout the film. Uh, Peter, you play Wally, his partner, who, of course, is originally from the Middle East. I wondered how much there was of you yourself in that character and how much you drew on your own personal background for the role, sort of being in a foreign country and being away from your family.
Um, I hate to disappoint you, but not much.
I'll let you off.
First of all, Wally is from Saudi Arabia. I'm from Lebanon, and that's a big difference for people who don't know. Wally is Muslim, and I'm Catholic. So what I needed to do is to, uh, do some research on the country and Islam, actually, and what it's like to be gay, a gay Muslim in Saudi Arabia in the 70s. So that was a big deal. But I do find the character to be very courageous to have left and came to America in the 70s to live his life. And as we see in the movie, he's pretty he's got faith. I mean, he prays in the movie, which is very interesting because he could, sexuality and religion could coexist. And I think that was one of the small details in the movie that I really appreciated because, normally we say, Islam is against homosexuality or against other religions and whatnot. And with Wally, there was this ray of hope, this ray of positive energy that everything could coexist together. And he's the one, like, that sort of pushes Frank to meet his family and to have a connection with his family, and therefore he wanted to live vicariously through Frank and have a family through Frank's family, if that makes sense. I don't know if I've answered your question, but
No, you have. I mean, actually, he's a very positive character, isn't he?
oh, unbelievable!
Despite everything.
And I had never played anything like that before. It was the first time, and I really, really enjoyed it because I always play intense characters and edgy characters, and this was like really something very new and very nice. But back to your question, I mean, actors always derive things from their own experience because that's what makes it personal, and that's what makes it, that's why it resonates with people. But there's a lot of imagination involved as well, and there's a lot of other things that come into acting.
So, Sophia, in the film, Frank is very much your role model, if you like, because you really look up to him and you learn a lot from him. Because actually, your character's got a very sort of sheltered upbringing. So, I wondered if there was anything that you could draw on in your background that helped you with the role. I mean, did you have a role model like Frank?
Not necessarily a role model. I look up to almost anyone, everyone. I mean, everyone who's helped me and my family, my mom who goes along to jobs with me she goes with me everywhere, and my brother who's who always helps me with little things like Snapchat, electronic things for promotion and stuff, and just everyone has been so supportive of my job, and I'm grateful for everyone for that, and her looking up to Frank is something I can relate to because I look up to my mom, I look up to my brother, I look up to Paul and Peter and just everyone that I work with. I know that I can learn from them and can become a better person because of them. So that's what I do. And I looked up to Paul when I was playing Beth, and Beth looked up to Frank. So it was it worked well. There was not a lot of much to do with that. Yeah, I didn't have to pretend.
Was that the reason why you took the role in the first place? I mean, what made you sort of go, oh yes, I've really got to play this one?
The story was amazing, and it was something that it was also very different from the roles that I've played. before. I'm usually in like some, really depressing horror film, and kind of having something so uplifting, and, so personal and emotional. There was no possible way I could have said no.
Yeah, you were in some little film called It, weren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Thing that I did.
Peter, you co-produced the film as well as starring in it, so it's obviously quite a personal project for you. I mean, what drew you to it so strongly?
Well, I mean, I'm Alan's producing partner. He has a company and I'm his producing partner, and everything we did, I was sort of a producer on. And this particular one, I really like the story. I like the, it's a feel good story. It's a very positive film. It's very warm. It's heart wrenching. It's fuzzy. It makes you think of family, of reunions, of being vulnerable. It was, when I first read the script, like I was crying all the time. I read it so many times. That was very, very emotional. Plus the fact that a Middle Eastern character is portrayed that way, that was personal for me. That a Muslim character is portrayed this way, that was really refreshing. That was really cool. Very cool to have a character like that. So I was very happy about that.
And you and Alan are partners in real life as well as being producing partners. Now, being a partner in real life, it doesn't necessarily mean to say that you work together professionally. It obviously works for you two. Why?
It always what?
It doesn't always work that partners work together well professionally, but in your case, you clearly do. And I wondered why that was.
Well, I think we share the same sensibility. First and foremost, I think he does trust my opinions, and obviously I do his. And it's when you have the opportunity to work with somebody you know very well, and you know how they think and how they create things, I think that's a privilege. I think, I hit the jackpot. Absolutely, as opposed to just like working with any random person out there. So I think we have a very good professional partnership, actually.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sophia, I wondered what you got coming up next, because did I read something about you doing a film with Naomi Watts, and then you've got another one coming up with Nimira Pass and Peter Dinklage?
You see, because of COVID, upcoming projects, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. This industry is very, you never know. I mean, because of COVID, it's the dates are all kind of mixed up and everything, and I have yet to hear from, but I'm staying positive.
So hopefully you will get
That's all you can do.
What are you doing with yourself at the moment then?
Just doing a lot of auditions and stuff, doing this. I'm spending my time, because I finally finished high school somehow. Don't really know how that happened, but I passed and I'm out. And thank you. No one thought I could do it, and yet I did. I proved them wrong. Proved my mom wrong. I'm here, and I'm doing so just taking some classes. Stuff that I've always wanted to do but never had the time. I'm finally learning how to play the guitar. I have a guitar in my room, and I did not play for like years, and I finally took it out, dusted it off, and I know a total of 4 chords, and it's great. Don't know the names of them, and I don't have my guitar with me, so I can't show it to you, sadly. But it's so impressive.
Never mind. You're obviously putting time to good use. Guys, I think our time is up. Thank you so much for your time. Been lovely talking to you.
Thank you for
the film as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.